What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's going on?
What's up, Coach?
Go ahead, guys. Just go ahead and still rapid fire at them.
Yeah, Bryan, can you just what do you try to get accomplished early in spring? It hadn't been much time since the end of the year. What do you need to get accomplished with the defense this year?
Well, when you talk about just spring ball in general, you always got to start with the fundamentals. You know, that's the main thing, is just make sure our guys are fundamentally sound. We're not game planning for anybody. We're not scheming offense. We're just trying to get in our base stuff, you know, and do a great job with the fundamentals. That's the first and foremost thing. And then the next thing is effort, you know, just making sure our guys are giving a lot of effort, you know, and doing just a little things right, and making sure we execute our base. That's the main and most important thing for spring ball.
Bryan, when your defense takes a step, such a big step forward like it did last year, when you look at it this offseason, what do you think are some focuses you guys need to take the next step to improve and be kind of where you guys want to be as an elite defense in the ACC?
Well, I think the first thing you look at is P&T and first down. You know, you got to be able to win those in order to get guys behind the sticks a little bit, to where you can get some more third and longs as opposed to a lot of third and shorts. And then so you can get off the field on third downs as well, right? So first down, P&Ts, those type things, and then making sure we're able to get off the field on third downs when they do come up, you know. So that's going to be one of the focuses defensively. I thought our tackling got better as the year continued to progress, you know, and we didn't give up a lot of explosive plays toward the second half of the season, which was great to see. So those are the things we'll focus on this spring, is just making sure, you know, first down, we got to get some negative plays, you know, and then on third down, we got to get off the field.
How big is it for you, Bryan, to have so many of the newcomers that were able to enroll early, and especially at that safety position, to where you really need some guys to step up this year?
Absolutely. It's awesome. I mean, to have all three guys that are safeties that we signed, all three of them here. You know, we had, you know, only two returning safeties coming back, you know. So we're having both of those guys back, and then a new freshman, and then we added a transfer in Kendrick Duncan. So you got four new safeties and two guys that were on campus already. So it was awesome to get those guys now, because as we know, that's the back line of your defense, you know, and we got to make sure that those guys are on point and understand what we're trying to get done and accomplish defensively, so we can execute and don't give up the big plays in the back end. But it's awesome, man, to get those guys out there, especially those rookies, man. Them guys, their head spinning, it's going so fast. So, but it's awesome to see, man. But they're adjusting and not complaining at all and ready to roll. So I'm excited.
A follow-up on Duncan. He sure looks the part, and his film looks the part. Your kind of expectations for him and how big it was to get him as a transfer?
Oh, man, I expect Kendrick to come in and play like an all-ACC player, you know, because it's just like you said, he looks it, but he also plays like it, you know. So he's not a look like Tarzan, plays like Jane, whatever it is, but he plays like Tarzan too, you know. So he's a smart cat, man, that understands what we're doing. Like I said before, he's in a similar defense. So he's teaching these young guys, you know, our calls and checks and things of that nature. He's just another quarterback on the field that's awesome to have back there, and we're excited to have him on our squad.
Hey, Bryan, Michael McCammon, Cardinal Authority. Can you also take a moment and just kind of talk about the promotion that you recently got and that whole experience? I know you had some schools expressing some interest in you. You kind of take us through that process real quick and your thoughts on what that promotion means to you.
Man, it just means a lot. You know, means that Coach Satterfield and our administration believe in what we're trying to get accomplished here, and you know, just understand that you got to have great continuity in order to be successful in anything, whether it's in a business and in our profession in college sports and football in general. So you know, it was awesome just to be able to get a promotion, you know, from Coach Sat. And, you know, I do want to be a head coach at some point in my career, you know, and them throwing a little bit more, you know, responsibilities on my plate that can take some on Coach Sapp. That's also great, and it's a blessing just to be wanted by a great institution as here at Louisville, and so we're excited, and it's also good to be wanted by other schools as well. So that letting you know what you're doing is you're doing something right, and people will see it from the outside. But it's also just great that our kids are doing things the right way, and Coach Sapp just a great guy. When a guy's been as loyal as he has to myself and my family, how can I not be loyal to him, and do right by him as well. So it was just great. We're just excited to be here and excited to keep this thing rolling in year number 3.
Hey, Bryan, Cameron again. You mentioned the safeties. You're bringing back, obviously, some guys at corner, Catrell Clark, Chandler Jones, Greedy Vance. You brought some new guys in. When you look at this secondary, is it a group you think can up that interception number from last year and do it on a consistent basis next year?
Absolutely. I really do. I think when you talk about the corner standpoint with Chandler, that this will be year number 3. He's getting so much more comfortable and understanding what we're doing, and you see him taking chances, and that's awesome because now he has a really good grasp of the defense and understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Same thing with Trey. This will be year number 2. He didn't even have an off season with us. So he came right in and it was, hey, plug and play. It wasn't an off season or anything of that nature. So this is huge for him. So he's kind of like in that, that true freshman type phase within off season. So it's great for him, off-season program in the weight room, as well as us, in off-season with our PLPs and now spring ball. So that's going to be great for him. And then same thing for Greedy. It's going to be great for those guys to be able to help, even the younger guys. But I do think, even from a safety standpoint, even though those guys are younger, they're a little bit really they're athletic, and now you'll be able to see some guys being able to make some plays on some balls. And I hope and pray that, and I knock on some wood, that we'll be able to up that interception total next year.
A quick follow-up to that. I think you touched on it. Is the trade-off for not having so many maybe experienced safeties that you have a bunch of long athletic guys that can kind of get all over the field?
Oh, absolutely. We talk about it all the time. We want guys that are able to play multiple positions, and from a safety standpoint, all of those guys should be able to walk down and play our card to the field. They should always be able to do that. We should always have some wheel linebackers that are able to play the card to the field or the mic, to be able to play multiple positions. When you got that, then you're a really athletic defense. And then the ceiling is high. The ceiling is high for you to be able to do what you want to do, and to give teams different looks at different times. And we're excited to be able to have some longer athletic guys that you could possibly move around if a guy gets hurt, or in this case now COVID. Now you got guys that can move around and play multiple positions, and that's going to help our defense.
Hey, Coach, this is Matt McGavick with Sports Illustrated. Obviously, for the first couple of days of spring training, some of the returning players should have some idea of what to expect since you're just instilling fundamentals and whatnot. But how have the newcomers fared over the first couple of practices, and who is someone who's starting to get acclimated to some of the procedures?
Right now, Matt, those freshman heads are doing this and just spinning. So that's what they're doing right now because we go so fast in practice, man. And we have some really, really good skill, especially in the secondary. I mean, the receiver room, to where guys are just running super fast and they're like, holy cow, like these guys are really fast, So, but the one thing I love about those guys, they're coming in and they're trying to get extra work in the film room. You rarely have that. We didn't have that a lot in the last couple of years here. But they're eager to learn. They're easy to coach. They want to get better. They're challenging each other. So it's awesome to see, man. It's awesome to see. So you got a guy like Ben Perry, who's doing a tremendous job for us right now in the first couple of days. He understands football and he loves it. He's in our staff meetings every single day, just trying to get extra work and trying to see what we're trying to put in for the day. You look at a guy like T.J. Quinn, who's getting great reps, Braylon Oliver. But I think the one guy that's shown a lot of flash every single day, whether it's PLPs or even the first 2 days, is Ashton Galati. I mean, that cat is quick, man. He's quick as all get out, and he plays with a relentless effort. So we're excited to have him, on his defense in here as early as he is right now.
Bryan, hey, you talk about the defensive line and the front. Just being there for a little while, the biggest difference is Coach Ivy's got a lot of numbers now, and he's going to get more. How are you? Do you feel like you're getting there? Do you feel like that this season you can be where you want to be as far as depth is concerned up front?
I think so. I think when you look at the actual depth on paper, I think we no doubt are getting there. I think this year, number-wise, we'll be where we want to be. But then you got a lot of young guys too. So experience for actual depth, that's kind of where you have a trade-off in a way. But we're most definitely getting there. I think having TP coming back, that helped us, with the experience. Having Yaya back, that helped us, the one spot where we're kind of young a little bit is at the nose spot, with Desmond Taylor, Malik Clark hadn't played a whole lot. But I think we got a lot of really good young guys that are ready to come in and step into a role and playing a lot early. And that's what we expect, especially for those guys that are not here at the end spot, that are not here right now. We expect those guys to come in and plug and play.
And can you just speak to what Coach Sirianno and his staff have done for guys? I mean, looking at Nick Okeke, looking at a guy like Monty Montgomery, they look different than they did a month and a half ago.
Man, him and his staff do a tremendous job. I've been with Coach Mike going on since 2014, so that's what 7 years or so, 7-8 years, and you can just tell. He takes the before and after pictures, and those guys' bodies change a lot. And like you said, you can attest to that because you saw those guys a month and a half ago, and now they're bigger. Same thing for our freshmen. I mean, they've been here going on 4 weeks now, and they're bigger. They're weighing a lot more. Their physique has changed. But he does a good job of getting those guys into shape, getting those guys mentally ready. He does an awesome job of challenging those guys each and every day. But he does a tremendous job, him and the staff both.
All right, guys, we got to roll.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Y'all be safe if y'all going out now.